Hello and welcome to this video on the topic of workaholism. Today, we're going to talk about what it means to be a workaholic, the negative effects it can have on your health and relationships, and some strategies for breaking the cycle of work addiction. First, let's define what we mean by workaholic. A workaholic is someone who is compulsively driven to work, often to the point of neglecting other aspects of their life. This can manifest in a variety of ways, such as constantly thinking about work, feeling guilty when not working, and prioritizing work over family and leisure activities. Workaholism is a prevalent issue in today's society, where the culture of overworking is often celebrated and rewarded. Many people feel pressure to work long hours, to be constantly connected to their work, and to put work ahead of other areas of their life. But it is important to remember that just because something is common, it doesn't mean it is healthy or beneficial. The negative effects of workaholism are numerous. For one, it can lead to physical and mental health problems such as chronic stress, depression, and burnout. Studies have shown that people who are workaholics have a higher risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, and sleep disorders. Additionally, workaholism can strain relationships, both at home and at work, as loved ones may feel neglected and colleagues may feel resentful of the workaholic's constant overachieving. Workaholism can also have a significant impact on the quality of our work. When we are constantly working and not taking time to recharge and relax, our productivity and creativity can suffer. We may find ourselves making more mistakes, missing important details, and not being able to think critically or come up with new ideas. So, what can you do if you think you may be a workaholic? One strategy is to set clear boundaries for yourself, such as setting specific times during the day when you will not work, and sticking to them. Additionally, it's important to schedule regular leisure activities and make sure to prioritize time with family and friends. It's important to schedule leisure time, and it's important to stick to it. This means you should do your best not to check your work email or take work calls during leisure time. You should also make sure to schedule time for hobbies, exercise, and spending time with loved ones. You should also make sure to take regular vacations, and use that time to completely disconnect from work. Another helpful tip is to practice mindfulness, which can help you to be more aware of your thoughts and feelings and to better manage stress. This can include things like meditation, yoga, or simply taking a few minutes each day to sit and focus on your breath. Mindfulness can also help you to be more present and enjoy the moment, instead of constantly thinking about work. It's also important to remember that workaholism is often a symptom of a deeper issue, such as a fear of failure or a need for validation. If you find that you are struggling to break the cycle of work addiction, it may be helpful to speak with a therapist or counselor who can help you to explore these underlying issues and develop a more balanced approach to work and life. It's important to understand that changing your work habits is not always easy, and it may take time. It's important to be patient with yourself, and to not be too hard on yourself if you slip up and find yourself working too much again. Remember that this is a process and that change takes time. Another important aspect of breaking the cycle of workaholism is learning to manage your time more effectively. This can include things like creating a schedule or to-do list, setting priorities, and delegating tasks. By being more intentional and focused in your work, you may be able to accomplish the same amount of work in less time, leaving more time for other aspects of your life. Another thing to consider is your work environment. Make sure that your work environment is comfortable and conducive to productivity. This means having a clean and organized workspace, having good lighting, and making sure that you have all the tools and resources you need to do your job. Additionally, it's important to have a good work-life balance, which means not bringing work home and leaving work at the office. It's also important to remember that it's okay to say no to work. It's important to be able to set healthy boundaries and to not take on more work than you can handle. It's okay to say no to additional projects, or to ask for more time to complete a task. It's important to remember that you can't do everything and that it's okay to prioritize your well-being. In conclusion, being a workaholic can have serious negative consequences on both your physical and mental health, and relationships. But, by setting boundaries, practicing mindfulness, managing time effectively, creating a positive work environment, learning to say no and addressing underlying issues, it is possible to break the cycle of work addiction and lead a more balanced and fulfilling life. Thank you for watching, and remember to take care of yourself and your loved ones. Remember that it's okay to take a step back from work, and to prioritize your health and well-being.